Today we have the semi-automatic portable railgun. This thing is 4 feet long and works pretty well. So this thing runs on battery packs. It's got room for 2, but normally I only use 1. When you insert the battery pack, you get a little, there's a little reading up here. Yeah, so if I press the charging button, it should not begin charging until I turn the safety off. I'm going to leave it on manual. I'm going to turn this on different mode. I'm going to turn the safety off. And we're just going to set this for 200 volts. That's the lowest level I can put this thing at. Again, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but yeah, when I press this button, it'll start charging, and then you can see the energy slowly rising up. And yeah, so right now we're at 1 kilojoule, slightly above 200 volts on the caps. And if I had gas in here and if I had a projectile in here, we would be ready to fire. Again, this thing charges a lot faster than the last version. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to turn the charger off, and this thing's still charged. So there's 2 ways to discharge it. The first way, there's a soft discharge, and then there's a hard discharge. The hard discharge is this manual button right here. So if everything else goes wrong, if the electronics compartment blows up, I can press that button, and that's a hard reset. That'll discharge the caps. It'll dump all the energy into the resistor up there. And that will, if everything else fails, that's a fail-safe. So here you see 0.8 kilojoules. Press this red button, boom, dumps all the energy into the caps, and we're back down to 0. So if everything, so that's a safety mechanism. There's another way you can discharge it. So let's charge this guy up again. Just press that button, and as you can see, we begin charging. And we're back up to 1 kilojoule. The other way I can discharge it is, let's turn the charger off. I can go into the menu, and there's some software, some places in the code where it will automatically dump the caps if it suspects something's going wrong. So if I just turn this safety on again, and then I get out of here, it knows this gun is now safe, and so it's going to make it safe. It's gonna dump the energy. And as you can see now, we're back down to 0 because it dumped the energy into this resistor. This guy's getting mighty hot because this guy took, in the past minute, that guy took 2 kilojoules of heat through that resistor. So, yeah. So I'm gonna put a projectile in here. I'm just gonna put a piece of iron, and then I'm gonna put some air in the injector, and then we'll fire this thing and see what happens. Alright, so this is the way you load it. This is one of the ways. This is the manual mode. So as you can see, there's a little bolt in there. I've got this steel dowel pin, and I'm just going to stick that right down in there. As you can see, it's in there, and I just take this lever, I push the lever forward, and it's now sealed in the breech. So that's how you load this thing. So now I'm gonna flip back over and stick some air in there and fire this thing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Inspecting the damage. Here's the round. This guy is pretty hot. It's not burning, but it's pretty hot. That was 1 kilojoule. That's the lowest energy setting I can put this gun on. This thing has the capacity to fire at 5 times that energy. Alright guys, that was pretty cool. Next thing we're going to try is titanium. Titanium's always fun because titanium is it's a very flammable metal. It's kind of, the sparks are pyrophoric, so this thing's going to put off a pretty bright flash. Let's check the weight on this guy. I've never fired titanium out of a railgun before, so we'll see. So this piece of titanium weighs 2.3 grams. It's 6 by 19 millimeters. And we're going to be firing this on manual mode. We're going to try to fire this titanium round at the computer, again at the lowest energy setting. Alright. So now we're going to turn the pressure on. Alright, we're going to turn safety off. Once again, still on manual mode. And here we go. Three, two, one. Pretty insane. The whole thing is, you know, probably. Let's check the final weight. That's a good. Yeah, this thing is super hot, by the way. It's like a minute after this thing is fired, and this thing is still hot. Like, it's not warm, it's hot. Yeah, this guy lost some weight. It looks like it lost 30 milligrams. So 30 milligrams of titanium plasma was burned off of this guy and shot out the end of that railgun. That's quite a bit of plasma. So yeah, this guy is just, you know, you can see the kind of damage. And this is, again, this is at the lowest energy setting I can put this at. Screen got definitely a more central hit that time, but not a whole lot of damage. I'm going to fire this thing without the rails active, and we can compare the damage. So, again, same projectile. Rails are going to be on 0, and we'll come back and we'll film the damage. We're going to do titanium projectile, same weight, same size, same mass, same everything, same injector pressure. Everything's same except the rails are going to be off. We're just going to turn the rails off for this one. There we go. Again, we're on manual, we're not on semi-automatic, and we're just going to compare the damage. Alright, so this one's real easy. Go. Alright guys, so not really quite the results I was hoping for. So that's steel at 1 kilojoule on the rails. Come on, focus, man. That's steel. That's titanium at 1 kilojoule. Notice it penetrated. This guy also penetrated. Titanium, steel. Neither of these actually went through the monitor. And then this guy is just the air only. This is 350 volts titanium. Here goes nothing.